Today we review the 70s pop sensation Abba. What were they like then, and can face reading tell us whether their personality has changed? If your childhood is filled with Abba songs and you grew up with them, you'll be delighted to know that after decades they have come back as a team, and with this reunion they have released a new and exciting album. But today what we're interested is to find out if face reading can tell if the characters have changed. So let me introduce to you the four members. Björn, and I don't even want to pronounce his family name. He's 76 years old, pretty good looking for 76-year-old. And there's Benny Andersson, probably the only name that I can pronounce correctly. And then there's Frida, and in case you didn't know, she married a prince and now she has the title Princess Anni-Frid, Dowager Countess of Halluin. Is that how it's pronounced? And then there's Agnetha, who is 71 today. She looks fabulous for 71. She is the youngest of the four members, 5 years apart from Björn. Here are Abba's top 10 songs. There's supposed to be 20, I'm showing you 10. And take a look at all these songs. Gimme, 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 Chiquitita, The Name of the Game, Mamma Mia, The Winner Takes It All, Fernando, Take a Chance on Me. So what do you think the top 3 songs are? Make a guess, come on. If you're an Abba fan, you should make a guess. So at number 3, it's Knowing Me, Knowing You. At number 2, it's Super Trooper. And at number 1, okay, that's all I'm going to play. Anything more than that, I'm going to get a copyright strike. Okay, so it is Dancing Queen at number 1. So here are the now pictures of Abba and the pictures when they were in late 70s. Okay, so if we look at Björn, the first picture, Björn, and now, you know what really strikes me is Björn has always been that boy next door guy, the guy with the face that you like, and even up to today when he's 76 years old, you feel like this is a guy that you can trust. His ears are unusually large, and that's here comes the talking point, because I want to find a younger picture of Björn, probably when in the 70s. Was his ear that large when he was younger? So we'll talk about that. What else do we see in Björn? I see laughter lines, crow's feet. His nostrils has always been large. I'm pretty sure he has a good life. He has an abundance mentality. He's got communication lines, and among all the four, he's got it very young. He is a singer. I suppose he does talk shows, perhaps. Can someone verify that? Let me move on to Agnetha. She looks like the most innocent at that age, and in fact most of the picture tells me there's always an element of fear. While she's probably arguably the most popular member of the Abba family, she has always this slight insecurity. Can you verify that? And when you look at the older picture, that's a hell of a lot more confident Agnetha. And the wing eyebrow remains the same. The eyes, you see the eyes, many of the pictures becomes smaller, squintier, darker. We have a little bit of knowledge about her. She's living in a secluded life with her children. I think her children, one of them has the same name as I. And she looks like she's a established, a confident lady that has bounced back from a lot of the troubles that plagued her right after her divorce and after the breakup of Abba. I feel that she has come to terms with all the setbacks, and now she's a much more confident lady. For Frida has always, by the way, I'm born in 1967, so it's just like my teenage years when I was listening to Abba, and they were selling postcards like 20 Singapore cents. That's a lot of money at that time, and I knew that I only had 20 cents, and there were lots of big names at that time, including the Bee Gees, the Osmonds, Abba, then later on became Duran Duran. And I bought Abba because they were in that nice white jumper suits, four of them, and I bought that postcard. And when I look at the postcard, I always felt that Frida was the most assertive character. Frida had, as you can see from the photograph, the kind of sharp eyes and the eyebrow that will tell me wants to call the shots, the assertive one. Okay, so you need to understand that I listen to their music, but I don't have the time as a face reading expert to go into the background of all these people, and I don't want to, because then I'll be accused of, oh, you read up on them and then now you're just saying what you read just to be right. You know, I'm happy to be wrong. Okay, so that's why I keep saying verify if it's true. And wow, she married a prince and now she's a princess, and I think that made her even more confident as a lady. Her demeanor changed quite a lot among the four characters. I think I'm just looking. There's nothing wrong with your Wi-Fi. The YouTube did not stop. I'm just paused there for a moment and trying to figure out what I want to talk about. So for Benny Andersson, when he was in the 70s, I felt that Benny was a bit more mysterious than Björn. I automatically liked Björn as a person. I was a little bit hesitant with Benny, but now the current Benny, the countenance have changed. I feel that this is a gentleman that don't need to prove himself any further. In fact, the two things I want to point out today is that Agnetha's cheeks and Benny's cheeks has developed this U-shaped thing, what we call the film star cheeks. Okay. In fact, with that, it tells me at that time they didn't appreciate the full magnitude of the adulation the world was giving them. And now as they look back, it starts to form, they become more confident, they look back and they know they've been part of music history. So when we take a closer look at Agnetha, the distinctive thing is that the gap in the tooth has been corrected. And if you guys want to know what that is, when there's a gap in the tooth, often it symbolizes that this is a person who will get what they want. They know what they want and they will push for it. And that very often you see them becoming very successful because they do bash their way through and get what they want, just like Madonna. Okay, later on, I think she don't need that. She got it corrected. And yeah, that's why I said that they have been there, done that, they have achieved what they've set out to. Okay, so this is Beyond, and you know, I still want to look for the ear, and if the ear tells me quite a lot. The one that we are seeing now, his ears back, that shows that his character is very contained. He's not overly radical. And I think that's one of the reasons why they were a wholesome group. You don't see them in media on high on drugs or tattoo ridden or anything like that. I think that's leaning towards the family oriented type of fans. When we put Benny and Beyond together, you know, sadly I want to point out to you that I see the frank line on Beyond's ear, and later on you will also see on Benny's ear. They are in their 70s, of course. Their hearts is not in excellent condition. So if you know them personally, please ask them to go for a heart checkup, because it's quite accurate that if you see a frank line on the ear, that some of the arteries, the blood is not flowing very smoothly. So please let them know. So I want to look for Beyond's ear. So I've gone through the internet. It's extremely difficult even to find a small glimpse of Beyond's ears. Were they that large previously? So let's take a look. Oops, nope, not nipples. I just want ears. Oop, more nipples. Oh, okay. There we have. Finally, a small peek on Beyond's ear. Can't tell a lot whether the ears have changed. So that's unfortunate. If any of you have a picture or a link to a picture, then I can comment on Björn's previous way that he takes in information. Finally, we come to this picture, and I took a look at it, and I just want to let you know, and I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but they have doctored some of the features. I know you're supposed to make them look younger and glamorous, and you know, the shape of the body, flatter them a little bit, but okay. Let's start off with Björn. You can see that they made the nose shorter, okay, less sharp, more round. Okay, the eyes, of course, less droopy, that's fine. The eyebrow, it's winged now, but they made it straight. The cheekbones also, they make it a bit puffier, and that's fine. That's like making them look younger and less sunken. When you look at Agnetha's nose, they make a ski nose, okay, to make her look more playful and more youthful. That is not her how her real nose looked. For Frida, you know that her original eyes is tilted upwards like a V, so they make her look more friendly in this AI model. And you know what, at least I see two of their ears, and musicians usually have C-shaped ears. They don't have jagged or don't have square, but that's why I want to see Björn's ear, because Björn's is almost like rectangular, okay, but I don't have it. So that is what it is. Overall, the Abba family, which we love so much, unfortunately the face reading is boring. They are not boring, it's just the face reading is boring. They have not changed so much. There's nothing extreme about them. Sometimes we want the juicy stuff and make this video sound extreme, and to make this video sound interesting, but unfortunately they are who they are, still nice people, and we so look forward to hearing the new album.